guys, I thought I'd come to you today with a short foam rolling video. Do you foam roll? Do you know what foam rolling is? So I wanted to take you through a short 10 to 15 minute video on foam rolling. If you're not foam rolling, you should foam roll. If you are active, if you're working out regularly, you should be foam rolling to help with your recovery and your muscle soreness. If you don't work out regularly, but you sit at a desk and work a 9 to 5 job, or you're in a car a lot, you have tightness in your body, right? So your hips get tight, your shoulders get tight from sitting forward. So foam rolling would be beneficial to you as well. So I foam roll at least 3 times a week, and I usually foam roll after my workouts to help with my muscle soreness and recovery. But I've also foam rolled before a workout to help warm up my muscles and get that blood flowing and that circulation into my muscles. So you can foam roll before a workout. Again, for clients, I do it before a workout. We get that foam rolling going, get that blood circulation going, loosening up any tightness in the body. But for athletes or for people who work out regularly, I recommend doing it after their workout to help with their recovery and their muscle soreness. So there's different types of foam rollers. There's foam rollers with trigger points, if you can see that. This one's a little bit of a shorter foam roller, but it's got the trigger points. This is a travel foam roller, so this one usually will travel with me if I'm going on races or anything. There's also rolling sticks that you can buy that are helpful if you're taking it with you to travel. And then there's these rollers, which are just a cylinder. They're made out of foam. They are firm. They're not squishy. They are firm. And this is one that is a foam roller that you can use at home, or you'll find them at the gym also. Okay, so got lucky, well, not lucky, my kids also got me a foam roller for Christmas. It's a foam roller that actually vibrates, so it kind of gives you a little bit of more massage. And that's kind of what foam rolling is. It's massaging your body. So we get adhesions, or we get knots or tightness on our muscles, and normally when you do, you go get a massage. Well, I can't go get a massage every day. Maybe you could, but foam rolling actually is massaging your body. So it's called self-myofascial release. And fascia is this connective tissue that everybody has that lays between their skin and their muscles, okay? It's a connective tissue. And it's made mostly out of collagen and it's water. And when that connective tissue is not healthy, it's dehydrated, it gets very tight and it's not as pliable. And so we get tightness. And when we get tightness in our body, in our fascia, our range of motion is restricted. So things that we can do get restricted because that fascia is tight. So the best way to keep our fascia healthy is, number 1, drink lots of water. Number 2, keep it pliable, keep it flexible, and you can do that by foam rolling, okay? So there's lots of benefits to foam rolling, but I'm gonna give you 5 of the reasons why I like to foam roll. Number 1, range of motion, okay? So it improves your range of motion because you release tightness, so you're able to do things better, range of motion. Number 2, it reduces soreness in your body. So when you work out, you're putting stress on your muscles, right? That lactic acid, so it creates soreness. So foam rolling helps reduce the soreness in your muscles. Number 3, it improves your blood circulation, so it helps get blood circulating. So if you have a problem with circulation, or that will help with it, even if you have some, like, what's it called? When you can't feel your toes, I can't think of the word. But anyways, it'll help the circulation. It will improve your flexibility also, okay? So you can become more flexible, more pliable. it helps de-stress. So it helps release adhesions and knots in our muscles, and it helps de-stress. So I wanted to go through some foam rolling moves that you can do at home very quickly. You don't need to roll for hours. I would recommend at least 2 or 3 times a week. 10 to 15 minutes a day is plenty of time for foam rolling. So first of all, I'm going to start with laying on my back. Now, you'll need a longer foam roller for this one, and if you don't have a longer foam roller, then you don't have to do this part. But what you're going to do is you're going to lay on the foam roller. So my tailbone is actually going to be at the bottom of the foam roller, and I want my head to rest on the roller. So if you can't do this with resting your head on the foam, on the roller, then you could put a yoga block back there and kind of, you don't want your head to hang off the foam roller, okay? And you want your tailbone to be on the foam roller. And I want you to kind of move side to side, knees are bent, feet are flat on the floor. You can do this barefoot or in shoes. I just got back from my run, so I have my shoes on. And you want to get that foam roller right along your spine there. You want to draw your belly button into the spine, make sure that your lower back is connected to the foam roller, that the middle of your back is touching the foam roller, and that your head is touching the foam roller. And what you're going to do first is you take your hands overhead, and you're just going to open the chest, and you're going to feel your posterior chain muscles. So the muscles right along your spine, you're going to feel them kind of wrap around that foam roller. So here we're working on range of motion and opening the chest, right, and massaging those muscles in the back, okay? Drawing that belly button in, again, open and close like you're doing a chest fly, mimicking a chest fly. Good. Then here, you're going to go ahead and bring your hands down by your side. And these are really more of dynamic stretches. And I want you to take your right hand and take it overhead, and then bring it back down by your hip, and then take your left arm overhead. Good. Again, range of motion here, right? We're increasing our range of motion. Good. Let's do one more on each side. Make sure you're breathing through this. And then this next time, take your right hand over your head, and then just turn and look to the left and feel that stretch in your neck. Good. This is really just more stretching. Good. Bring that hand back down, and then do the same thing for the other side. Left arm goes overhead, and turn and look over that right shoulder. Good. You'll feel that stretch in your neck, your shoulder. Good. Bring that arm down, then come back to center. Now take both hands overhead. What we're going to do what we call snow angels, and you're just going to bring your elbows down like into that goalpost position, and then extend them overhead. Good. You'll feel this. You're lengthening through the chest muscle. You'll feel those back muscles kind of like wrapping around the foam roller. Good. Extend. This again is more of range of motion exercises, not so much of a rolling range of motion. Good. Let's do one more. And good. All right, then you bring your hands back down to your side, and you can roll off the roller, or you can slowly just come up off the roller, drawing that belly button in, keeping that core engaged, making sure that you are being very, very safe here. Okay? So that is how we would normally start. Now we're going to go and do our upper back. I'm going to hit our back muscles. So you're going to sit nice and tall and let that foam roller, again, you want it to be right below your shoulder blades, okay? You have your shoulder blades, your bottom part of the shoulder blades and upper, so you want the foam roller to be right below the shoulder blades. You don't want it to be down here, in this area here, okay? You want it to be right kind of in the middle of your back, below your shoulder blades. First thing we're going to do is going to bend our knees, keep our belly button drawn into the spine, our glutes are on the floor. Place your hands behind your head, and then just extend and then sit back up. Okay, so this is one of the natural movements of our spine is flexion and extension, okay? So I don't want you to lift your glutes up. I want you to really kind of just extend them and come back up. So you're kind of giving your back a little bit of an arch. Let's stretch here and then come back up. Okay, this is again one of the natural motions of our spine, which is a flexion and extension. You bend forward, you arch back, so we're just kind of stretching. Hands behind your head here. Good, let's do that one more time. And the placement of your foam roller is super important. You don't want it to be too far down. You want it right below your shoulder blades. Now from here, you can lift your hips off the ground about 2-3 inches. Keep your hands behind your head, lightly there. And then now you can move up and down. We recommend usually 2 inches up, 1 inch down. 2 inches up, 1 inch down. So you want to go from the bottom part of your shoulder blade toward the top part and stop right there. Okay? And you're going to feel this. You might feel some tender spots. Those would be adhesions. It can be a little bit painful, and if it is, then you just take a break. You put your butt down on the floor and you just relax for a moment, and then you come back up and you keep going, okay? Those tender spots, those are what we call those adhesions, those knots, okay? That's normal. Good. Now you can also put your hands over your chest if you want. Okay, I like to support my head. And also if you want to go a little bit deeper, you can bring those elbows in towards each other and now roll, and you'll notice that you'll probably go a little bit deeper into those muscles. Okay, so just, and if you find an adhesion, a spot that you're like, oh, that hurts so good, just kind of let your weight sink into it and let that pressure into that knot or that adhesion. Good. Good, and we're going to go ahead and just bring our butt back down to the crown, and then we're going to go ahead and just angle ourselves a little bit as in a 45-degree angle. Support yourself with that arm, and then you're just going to roll, lift your butt up, and roll more of that lat muscle, right? Those V muscles that go out, start in the middle of our back and go out towards our shoulders, your lats. So if you angle yourself, you'll find maybe some tender spots there. Hand can be here for support. Good. Lift your hips up and move. Good. And you'll do one side. And again, you don't need to spend a lot of time. It's usually recommended that you spend maybe 1 minute per muscle group. 3 minutes max. You don't need to spend a long time. Some people think more is better. Oh my God, I'll roll here for a while and it's better. It really, foam rolling is kind of like a little bit at a time is better than a lot at one time, okay? So don't think like, oh, I'm going to stay here and foam roll my back for an hour and that'll get rid of it. No, it doesn't work that way, okay? So you're angling again, and you're getting that lat muscle. Ooh, you'll feel it. I'm telling you, you'll know if you're hitting a spot because it's tender. And you'll be like, ah, that hurts, but don't stop. It hurts, but don't stop kind of situation. Good. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and bring that down. All right, so that's how you would roll your back area. Okay, you can roll lower back also. I'm not going to go there today. I'm going to stick with the upper back and the lat area. Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead and show you how to roll your quads. Okay, now if you do a lot of lower body work, running, cycling, or just leg day, your quads will get sore. So what you'll want to do first is place the foam roller on the ground, lay it horizontally. You're kind of in that quadruped position, right? You're going to go ahead and come onto a forearm plank and keep your shoulders over your elbows and wrists. Draw your belly button and keep it a nice flat back, and you're going to roll up and down right here. You can keep your toes on the ground to help you. You can lift your legs up. Now when you lift your legs up, you kind of walk your hands off with the elbows a little bit here, right? And you'll feel it a little bit deeper. Now you can also bend the knees. Now this is going to add more load, and then you'll feel it more, even a little bit more deeper into the muscle. Okay, so it's really a personal preference. What tolerance level can you handle the discomfort? Because it doesn't feel great. I mean, afterwards it feels good, and while you're doing it, sometimes it feels good, but if you hit a tender spot, it is not a great feeling. Okay, draw that belly button in, making sure your core is engaged here so your low back doesn't arch. Okay, what I'm going to have you do now is I'm going to have you take your legs out, extend them, and I want you to take them a little bit wide, like straddling, and then turn your toes out away from the midline. And now roll, This is where I get it. Now your ankle is going to hit more of the inside, your kind of your hip adductors, your inner thigh area. Oh my goodness gracious. Woo! So your toes are turned out, your legs are straddled a little bit wider than hip distance, and you find that tender spot and just roll right there, nice and slow. I don't want you to roll like a big piece of like a pizza dough. I just want you to be nice and really slow and breathe through it. Don't hold your breath, because that's the first thing that we're going to want to do is hold our breath, because it hurts, but don't hold your breath, okay? Now we're going to go ahead and keep those legs wide and straddled. Now turn your toes in towards each other, and now do the same thing. Roll up and down. Now, because of the angle of our leg, you're going to hit a little bit more towards the outside, the lateral side of the muscle, more like your abductor. Oh my goodness. Okay, if you're not feeling anything, that doesn't mean it's not bad. It just means that you don't have any adhesions. You don't have any tightness. I just got done with my run, so I know that this is as a reaction of my run, okay? That's how you would roll your quads. Then from here, what I'm gonna have you do is just come back onto your hands and knees, and now we're gonna roll your glutes. Now, it's super important to roll the glutes, because when your glutes are weak or they're overactive, they tend to pull, and you'll get tightness and soreness in your lower back and in your hamstrings. So a lot of people think like, oh my God, my lower back hurts, I need to roll my lower back, when actually what you probably need to do is roll your glutes, okay? So what you're gonna do here is you're going to sit nice and tall on the foam roller, okay? Like on that sit bone, okay, nice and tall. And you're gonna cross one leg, take your right foot over your left knee and bend that left leg, and you're gonna support yourself with that right arm and angle yourself, and you're gonna move your body right here. Yep, you'll feel this in your right butt cheek, your glute medius, your glute max. Oh, and if you find a tender spot, just let your weight kind of sink into it and just breathe. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Again, just got back from my run, so I know my glutes, my hamstrings, and my calves are super, I don't want to say tight, but they're sore from my run, okay? So you're just gonna roll nice and controlled here. I would spend about a minute, 2 minutes max on this side, okay? And for the sake of time, I'm gonna go ahead and switch sides. So just come back to center, reset yourself, now cross the other foot, bend that knee, angle yourself, and then you can support your opposite hand on your leg. Oh, and you'll, if you don't feel any tenderness and any like, ouch, lucky you. Again, don't forget to breathe. Now this takes a lot of balance sometimes and a lot of wrist stability and strength, because we are using our upper body to help us, support us. So if you know, if you can't do too much of that, then just do little bouts of it, a little bit, you know. Perfect. All right, so I'm gonna come off and be done with my glutes, okay? Last part that I'm going to do for today is my calves. So I do also do shoulder and bicep and tricep, but today I'm just gonna go into the last muscle group, which is gonna be the calves. Again, just because I got done with a run, this is a great post-run rolling session. So what I'm gonna do here is the roller be on the floor. I'm going to support myself with my hands and my shoulders, so a little bit of shoulder and wrist strength is needed here, upper body strength. And you can do this with just one leg on the roller and the opposite on the floor, and then just lift your butt up like about 1 inch off the ground, and then just roll forward and back. Yeah, right here. 2 inches up, 1 inch down. 2 inches up, 1 inch down. Now, if you have good upper body strength, you can do both legs at the same time, lift the glutes up, and then do it this way. Now, if you have a high tolerance level and you can handle a little bit more, you can cross one leg over the other and then do it. Ay, ay, ay. So, my calves are really, really sore today. Woo! I can feel that. So what you want to do is I'm going to stick with one leg, both legs on the roller, and I'm just going to go right here. You can also turn the legs out, turn those feet out and roll, right? Turn your feet inward and roll. So now you're changing the angle and you're going to get the inner part of your gastrocnemius, which is your calf muscle, or get the back part of your gastrocnemius and the lateral part of your gastrocnemius. You can keep moving that roller up. Okay, sometimes you might feel like there's like bumps in your legs. You're like, ah, that's just an adhesion. That's what that is. It's a knot, okay? You can go side to side. Look at me, I'm just kind of taking my foot and I'm rotating from my hip, okay? I also like to take the roller all the way at the bottom of my ankle, like where my Achilles is, and I like to just do ankle circles here. Flex and point, okay? Again, that ankle mobility and range of motion. Then I'll do my other foot circles, both directions. And then I like to point and pull my toe, plantar flexion, okay? Dorsiflexion, again, helps with that range of motion in my ankles, okay? And normally when I'm done with my foam rolling session, I will lay down on my back, let the foam roller kind of, my head rest right by my neck. I don't roll up and down with the foam roller here, pretending like the foam roller is like a pillow. Be careful if you have a ponytail. You're just gonna turn your head and look over the left shoulder or right shoulder, and then bring it back to center and look over the other shoulder. Okay. So I highly recommend that you start to foam roll, invest in a foam roller. You can find a foam roller pretty much any store now. They sell them at Walmart, Target, Big Five, Dick's. You can even find them at discount stores like Ross and Marshall's, okay? I got mine on Amazon. This one's the Amazon one. So my other pink one is a more advanced one. It's a trigger point roller. Good, and this right here helps with just any tension in the neck. You're just going side to side. Turn your head side to side. And then you can just lay there for a moment, extend your arms, extend your legs. Take a nice deep breath in the nose. Exhale through the mouth. In the nose. Exhale through the mouth. One more time, take a deep breath in the nose and exhale through the mouth. So foam rolling is a great way to de-stress, a great way to take care of our muscles. Lots of benefits to foam rolling. So I hope you'll give it a try. Feel free to comment any questions that you might have regarding foam rolling. I hope you'll give it a try. Thanks for joining me. Peace. Be blessed. Bye.